do start with breaking news. A home burns to the ground overnight, and now there's an arson investigation underway.
There is a News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy on the scene in Pleasant View Forest this morning. So what makes it suspicious, Dan?
Well, police say and firefighters tell me that nobody's been in this home for the last year. It's actually a very nice neighborhood here in Pleasant View, and this is where firefighters found themselves this morning. This is what the home looked like. This was what many neighbors woke up to in the mornings. A nice home on a lot, but it has been vacant for the last year. This is what it looks like now, just a smoldering mess. And just in the last few minutes, police and the sheriff's department has come out here and they've taped this off because this is now part of an arson investigation. They first got the call out here about 3 hours ago. A neighbor saw smoke, saw fire, called 911. But when the Pleasant View Volunteer Fire Department got out here, they realized they needed help. Ashland City Fire Department came here. They say there are about 25 of them out here fighting this fire at one point. They finally got it under control, and firefighters have since packed up and left, but their investigation far from over. They say this house has sat vacant for a year. Nobody's lived here, so nobody was inside, nobody was injured. That is the good news, but they do call it suspicious. There was no power connected to the home, and so police are going to be out here a little later today, as well as fire investigators, as they begin to answer the question of what happened, how was this fire set, and who set it. Reporting live this morning in Pleasant View, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
Dan, thank you. More breaking news. A killer is on the run after a deadly shooting outside a Donaldson sports bar. Police found the victim in his car in the parking lot outside JC Bullseye Sports Bar around 8 o'clock. Witnesses told police they heard several gunshots and then saw a white Toyota speed away. So far, police haven't released the victim's name or any other details about the suspect. Anyone with information should call Crime Stoppers 615-74-CRIME.
Shots are fired during a violent armed robbery at a gas station in Donaldson. Police do not think this is the only crime that the suspect they're searching for committed overnight. They think this guy hit maybe a couple of other places as well. News Channel 5 Sophie Nielsen-Coling has been talking with the investigators on this case. They think he robbed the gas station there behind you first and then headed to another location. Right, Sophie?
Right, here in Hermitage, police say that robber went into that Delta Express, pointed a gun at the clerk and demanded cash, then took off, headed down this road, headed to a MAPCO in Donaldson, where he did the same thing, took out his gun, pointed it at the store clerk, and demanded cash. We've got some video of the crime scene because it turned even more violent the second time around. Police say that that man pointed the gun at the store clerk and demanded money, but apparently that store clerk wasn't moving fast enough for him because the robber shot at the store clerk. That store clerk, though, wasn't having it. He shot back at the robber. The robber then shot back at him a second time while he got out of the store with that cash. Now, police say that second shot fired may have hit the clerk in the arm. The clerk was able to drive himself to the hospital. As for what the gunman was wearing, police say they couldn't get much of a description because his face was covered with a black scarf. He was dressed in all black, including a black hoodie, black pants, black and white Converse shoes as well. The good news is that Clark is going to be okay. The bad news, that robber is on the run from detectives this morning. Live in Hermitage, Sophie Nielsen-Coling, News Channel 5.
Sophie, thank you. A woman gets a knock on her hotel room door and then is robbed at gunpoint. It happened about 2:30 this morning at the Regency Inn in Nashville. Police say the man got away with about $600 and some cell phones. Police don't have a suspect description at this time. And I-24 back open in Rutherford County this morning after that massive hazmat crash that had it shut down for more than 12 hours.
Yeah, we were still on the air this time yesterday morning going at this breaking news coverage. THP still trying to find out what caused these two big rigs to crash in the first place. One was carrying sugar. That's not a problem. The other one, however, carrying chlorine tablets. And boy, when you spray water on that, when there's a fire on that big rig, you've got problems. Dozens of people had to evacuate their homes or stay inside as that hazardous gas poured out of the truck and became a giant plume of smoke going into neighborhoods. So far, no word on any injuries. All right, so let's talk about that chlorine gas. It could cause health problems depending on how close you are to the exposure and how much you inhale. Experts tell us if you did have any problems, you probably would be smelling chlorine at first. It is an irritant. It inflames the tissues, which means you could experience a burning sensation in your nose. You may have a bad cough. The CDC says you're not out of the woods yet. It takes maybe up to 24 hours to feel those effects. If you do have any of those symptoms, get medical help immediately.
The man charged in the kidnapping, rape, and murder of Holly Bobo will go to trial this spring. Zach Adams will face a jury in Hardin County in April. He was the first of 3 men charged in the case. His younger brother Dylan and Jason Autry are also accused in the case. Their trial dates have not been set yet. A triple murder case has gone cold in Christian County, and now Kentucky State Police are asking for help. Our partners at WKDZ Radio report it happened a year ago in Pembroke, just south of Hopkinsville. Investigators found the bodies of Pamela Phillips and Ed Danzero shot to death inside a burned car. Well, that discovery led investigators to a third body, Pamela's husband, Cal Phillips. He was shot multiple times at their Main Street home. If you know anything about the shooting, call Kentucky State Police.
All right, if you live in Clarksville, heads up here. Police are warning about a secret shopper scam. Victims receive a package in the mail inviting them to be a secret shopper at places like Walmart or Home Depot, and it includes a check. Recipients are then asked to give personal information and wire some of that money back. Don't do that, because then the scammers have your info and some of your money. Remember, legitimate secret shopper jobs are posted by reputable companies only.